Did you know the entire coastline of Tasmania, even the remote, wild and rugged parts, is covered by the VHF Radio network? That means no matter where you are on the water, you're only ever a button click away from help, information or just to have a chat.
Tas Maritime, Tas Maritime, Tas Maritime. This is Silver Dove.
Silver Dove, Silver Dove.
On channel 16, do you receive? Over.
Silver Dove, Silver Dove. This is Tas Maritime Radio. Would you go to channel 66, please? 66?
Copy that, 66.
You might think with smartphones and internet coverage, our VHF radios are becoming a tool of the past, but you'd be wrong. The network not only covers the entire coastline, but is monitored day and night, making it the most reliable way to stay in touch.
It's monitored 24 hours a day. We usually monitor from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. on VHF and also on the HF long range frequencies. And then at 7 p.m. at night, we hand control of the network over to Golden Electronics Security, whereby they maintain a watch for us using our equipment across the whole of the state, in a voluntary capacity, I might add, for urgent and emergency calls to Tas Maritime Radio.
When using your VHF radio, it's important to remember there's a protocol. Your VHF has many channels, and it's good to know what a few of these are used for. The most important one is channel 16.
Channel 16 is the distress and calling channel. Everybody should remain tuned to channel 16 when they're out in their boats. If they want to talk to another vessel, they call the other vessel on 16, then they transfer to the boat-to-boat channel, 77 or 73. If they call Tas Maritime Radio, we transfer them to our working channel, usually channel 66, sometimes 73, and we converse with them on those channels. We then return to channel 16 at the end of the conversation.
You are free to chat on these other working channels, but the important thing to remember is to leave channel 16 clear so it's there when someone needs it the most. Any distress call always takes priority across the network, and if you are in the unfortunate position of having to call a mayday, here's what you need to remember.
If the vessel is in trouble, serious trouble, where life is endangered, he puts out a mayday call. If life isn't in danger, he puts out a pan-pan call. In a mayday situation, he makes a mayday call as such. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Seafox. I'm 3 miles south of Tasman Island. I've got 2 adults and 2 children on board. The boat is on fire. We are going over the side into a Purden dinghy that is white on the outside and blue on the inside, and we're going to try to row towards Tasman Island. That's the information we want to know. Who you are, where you are, what your problem is, how many's on board, and what your intentions are. They're the 5 critical pieces of information we need to hear. If we don't hear that from you, we're going to ask you for it, and that all takes time. Other information that can be given, such as your latitude and longitude further down the track, that's not as important as those first 5 critical pieces of information.
Tas Maritime Radio also encourage boaters to check in with them before and after they return from a day on the water. The service is free, underutilised, and could just save your life.
Tas Maritime, this is Silver Dove. Just logging in for the day. We're heading down the channel to Barnes Bay. We've got 3 persons on board. We'll be overnighting in quarantine, and then we'll be returning back to Hobart approximately 1400 tomorrow. Over.
Romeo Silver Dove, thanks very much for your call, and you have a good evening.
With this information being logged, if something happens and the boat doesn't return, at least rescue crews know where to start looking. There's also an opportunity to join Tas Maritime Radio. The volunteer organisation has run since the mid-70s, and membership offers excellent value for money and support to a service which could save your life one day.
The beauty of radio is we can snip that problem in the bud before it becomes a mayday or a pan-pan situation. If you buy your radio, don't waste your money, use it. It's on your boat. Call us. Let us know where you are, what you're doing. We are here certainly 12 hours a day from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. to take your calls. And after hours, for urgent and emergency calls, call Tas Maritime Radio and Golden Electronic Security will answer your call and deal with it.